welcome to Low Desert Love. Today I'm going to answer that million-dollar question, what exactly am I planting in my garden? I'm going to walk you through my map, this bad boy right here, because I'm that neurotic person who has to write stuff down to see it. This is the quote-unquote the final working version, I guess you could say. It is the most current version. There is also versions 1 and 2, because you gotta be flexible when stuff goes wrong. So let's start in the back corner. Now my bed is 100 square feet of planting space, and I'm planting everything. We'll just dive right in. In the back corner, I've got what I call tomato row. I'm planting the Kawalo. It was made in Hawaii, bred to be heat tolerant, humidity tolerant. Heat tolerant, very important here in Arizona. Next up, Brad's Atomic Grape. If you have never seen what this tomato looks like, it's a grape-sized tomato. Look it up online, it's stunning. Tomato A. That says tomato A because I don't know what tomato is going there. Sweet 100, that is a propagated plant. I have a Sweet 100 in my yard right now. I took a sucker off of it, put it in water, let it root, stuck it in dirt, and now it's gonna go in my garden. The Jazz tomato in the back corner. The Jubilee is a yellow tomato. The Cherokee Purple, Tomato B, and the Roma. Tomato B was supposed to be another type of Roma tomato, but it never sprouted. So I'll probably just plant 2 Romas there because I need Romas for making sauces for canning. Tomato A, I think, is actually going to end up being a Siberian tomato because I did find one of my seeds finally sprouted for that. All of the tomatoes in the garden will be put out from starts. I planted the seeds sometime in January 29th maybe, and in the house they have been hardened off in my yard. They will go in as starts. Following along the back, I've got all of my hot peppers in the back. We're putting in hatch green chilies, ancho chilies. I've got 1 arroz con pollo that sprouted out of 4 seeds. I only got 1 to sprout. Now I'm going to mispronounce this one terribly. The chile huaca negro, maybe? Carolina Reaper. Hopefully we can get that one to sprout. That's a cutting we're trying to propagate. I've got pepper A and pepper B. There were a couple different hot peppers that never sprouted, so we started sprouting extras of other kinds. So depending on what pops up, those will go in there. Down in the front, I've got all my sweet peppers. The violet sparkle pepper, it's a small purple sweet pepper. Seeds courtesy of my mother. The Cubanelle, the habanada, and banana plants. My habanada peppers, I got 2 to sprout. One of them is starting to look a little sad. Hopefully it pulls through. I'm growing 2 to 3 kinds of ground cherries. I'm growing the Aunt Molly's ground cherry and the pineapple ground cherry. I've got winter squash. I know I'm planting winter squash on the outside row. I have not decided which kinds of winter squash. I have approximately 7 or 8 different ones to choose from. Pumpkins I'm going to save till monsoon season so we can have them for Halloween. What's next? Oh, all the yellow. Yellow is my leafy greens, stuff I'm growing to keep me in salads during the summer. Plantain, red stripe leaf amaranth, auric, sorrel. I just ordered Egyptian spinach, which is a warm weather type spinach. Those will all be planted in that area. And on the trellis there, you can see my pretty blue trellises. I've got beans, the Cherokee pole bean, which is going to run up that trellis. And on the opposite side of the trellis, I've got the rattlesnake pole bean. It should make for a pretty tunnel style setup. I've also got on the other trellis, Malabar spinach, tunneling across to the cucamelon. Now, all of these are going to be planted from seed, straight in the garden. The beans and the oric and the cucamelons, all from seed, straight into the garden. The sorrel and the amaranth I have started in my green stock. We've also got sugar baby watermelon. We're gonna try and trellis that up a little. I've got space carved out for an eggplant. I've never grown eggplant. I'm gonna try growing it from seed. We'll see if it works. Now we're moving over into summer squash. Again, I have no idea what kind of summer squash I'm planting yet. I'm planting directly from seed. I think I have 5 varieties to choose from. Your basic crookneck yellow, straight neck yellow, what else? Zucchini, stuff like that, patty pans. So I will get to that. What else? My bush beans are down in front. Royalty bush bean, a dragon bush bean, and a Canter bush bean. Canter is your basic green bean. The dragon bush bean is a gorgeous green and purple stripy pod thing going on. And your royalty bush bean is a purple podded bean. When you cook purple green beans, they turn green. So keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong, they're supposed to be that color. On my front trellis, I've got carved out space for 2 cucumbers and 1 loofah. Realistically speaking, I'm only going to plant 1 cucumber, and it's going to be the muncher cucumber because it can be used as a pickling cucumber or a fresh eating cucumber. Now loofah, I actually sprouted 2, so I'm probably going to plant both loofah seeds and 1 cucumber. That trellis crosses over into my melon patch. That melon patch is currently the winter bed. Blank spaces in my garden. I do have blank spaces in here. Purposely left open in case other plants got bigger than I anticipated. This is laid out to model the square foot gardening method. And some things say they take, 2 to 4 square feet. That's a big difference. So I have allotted extra space for stuff to kind of expand if it needs to. I've also got notes on the back. I want to plant turmeric and ginger. I'm prepared to plant them in pots, but I would like to plant them directly in the garden. If you have any questions about what I'm planting, if you want to know more about what I'm planting, leave me questions down in the comments. Let me know what you're planting. Thanks for walking through my garden plan with me today, and remember, if you aim to thrive, at the very least you'll survive.